I wanna be with you everywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Late Night Show. I am your host, Kodo Sarfo. We are checking in from what has been a very sunny day here in Los Angeles, California. Let me get a Titans thing. I can't even figure out where to put it at, so we're just gonna not put it here, so we can be consistent. I want some symmetry. Yeah, it's been a sunny day here in Los Angeles, California. I didn't wake up early. I'm being honest with you all. I didn't wake up early. I could do better in that category. I missed my psychiatrist appointment, like my appointment with my psychiatrist. So, it's been an all right day, But on low days like today, the best you can do is to win by not losing. So just let today be what it is, and then we just keep it moving. We'll keep it thugging. We'll keep it, we'll be moving forward. So I'm going to be talking about 3 tips to beat seasonal depression because the weather is getting colder. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate you. The weather is getting colder. It's getting darker earlier, and it's just harder to keep your mental health right this time of the year. And this is when the going gets tough, and a lot of people lose through self-sabotage. And like I said, you can win by not losing. So if we avoid big losses during the winter, that's a huge win, right? So let's go ahead and get started. We're streaming live to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, both my YouTube pages, and Twitch. Not on X for whatever reason. We can't get on X. But go ahead, use the comment section to let me know what your name is and where you are checking in from. Once again, my name is Kodo Sarfo, and I'm coming to you live from Southern California, Los Angeles. And Felix, I appreciate you. Felix is a friend and a supporter. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Make sure we're streaming to everywhere. Yeah. So we are live on Facebook. I wish we could stream on Instagram. That would be awesome if we could, but we cannot. Yeah, for whatever reason. But I do want to thank my people on Facebook for 1 million followers. Thank you so much for 1 million followers. Those of y'all who follow on Facebook. We've been posting a lot about bipolar disorder as of late, and it appears that that's what you all want. More bipolar content, more content about mania. Probably I should make videos specifically on bipolar depression, but that's the feedback I've been getting. The DMs I've been getting from the community seems to suggest that we should do more bipolar content. So more bipolar content is on the way. You got to give the people what they want. Moments of Essence checking in from YouTube, from Essence, Vermont. Okay, just temporarily. All right, so I know it gets cold out there in Vermont. It gets cold. You probably have just a couple of hours throughout the day where it's sunny. So hopefully this live stream can bring you some value. And I will go ahead and get started and start giving the people the tips. I know it's been a while since I've been on this stream. I have not been consistent. Life has been life, and I've been traveling. Finished the last keynote of the year for me, so we're winding down. But doing our best to get into the new year with intention, because that's key for me. I want to be intentional about everything I do. If I take off time, cool, but if I say I'm gonna be here, I want to be here. Jasmine Romero checking in from Denver. Jasmine, how are you? I am not a Denver Broncos fan, but I have Bo Nix as my quarterback in fantasy football. So I will be, and I have the Broncos defense. So I'm in Denver in spirit, rooting for your team. All right. So for the people who are here, we'll go ahead and drop the first tip on how to beat seasonal depression. Montreal, Canada in the house. Montreal, how are you? Nina, what's going on? Nina Aversano. I take pride in pronouncing people's names correctly because I have a name that has been fumbled a lot. Kodo Sarfo. One time, the principal called my sister to the front office, same last name, and said, Akosia Fart, come to the... Fart, really? Crazy. Kayla, how are you? Kayla Marie. Kayla's an OG. Sonia from Texas, how are you? I'm a big fan of Texas here as well. All right. Tip number 1, get outside at least once a day and be around people. Be around people. You got to be around people. This is key. I have not been out today. I have not left the house today. Well, I mean, I took the dog out. So dogs are helpful for depression because it forces you to, I mean, with a dog, you got 2 options. You can get the dog out of the house and let the dog use the restroom, or you can decide to clean up dog poop and pee from the house. And between those 2 options, I choose to get the dog out of the house. So I'm very grateful for my dog because it allows me to get out of the house. So yeah, I've been out of the house, to walk the dog, but I have not been around people. After this live stream, I will go to the gym. And I mean, some people are not gym people, but for me, the gym is where I go. Not to meet people. I mean, I've met people at the gym before, but just to be around people. It feels good to be around people. You don't want to isolate. So at least once a day, get outside and be around people. Be around. The people thing is key. The people thing is key because it's very easy, in the wintertime to go a week without seeing anybody. We got our phones, we got our TVs, we got our iPads, we have our devices. We can easily go on a Netflix binge. So let's get out the house and be around some people. L Fox, how are you doing? Annie says, take breaks throughout the day. I agree, Annie. Some of us, especially those of us who are neurodivergent, we don't know how to take breaks. I'm one of them. So I'm learning how to take a break. If that makes sense. Sonia, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Jasmine, I've been depression off and on, but hard, not hurt myself. Oh, okay. So Jasmine, looks like a lot's going on. And if a lot's going on for you right now, you have to find those small victories. There's some small victories that we have to recognize. Remember in elementary school when, they would give out awards for like the kid who attended school every day, and then the kid who read the most books, and, the kid who, raised the most money for a fundraiser, stuff like that. All that stuff is done to boost morale. So if you've been, going through it, what are some of the small wins that you've had that you can celebrate yourself for? Like today, I haven't been around people, but I got the dog out for a walk. So I'll take that as a win. I got to play guitar for like 2-3 hours. I got sidetracked with some other stuff, but I'm going to count those 2 as wins. I came on the live stream on time. The live stream starts at 6 o'clock California time. Sometimes I start at 7:38. So we'll take the wins. Kayla's good. 3 weeks post-op from lumbar spine fusion, laminectomy, 6 rods, 2 cages, and a metal plate in my lower back. Mickey 50, no bending, lifting, or twisting for another 2 months. Missing exercise, which is my stress relief. Kayla, I know how difficult this is. Everybody who goes to the gym consistently is afraid of missing a day at the gym. That's why I'm going to the gym afterwards. I don't want to miss a day. And I go 5-6 times a week. I'll take a weekend day off, or I might take the weekend off if I'm sore. But I don't want to miss a week. It's so key. I don't want to miss any time. Josephine from Sydney, how are you? Emily, what's up, Emily, how are you? My level 3 autistic son just turned 8 years old and got the Student of the Month award as first love of the show right here. The first love of the show goes to Kayla Marie's son. So Kayla's son, 8 years old, second, third grade. I think 8 years is third grade. Love of the show. Congratulations. I have 2 kids with autism, 2 and 3. I have PTSD. Finally got back into my counseling 3 years later because one son's still waiting. Nicole, that wait list, it gets long. So you have to count up the wins. Got to count, especially as the weather gets, colder, and it gets darker earlier. Count those wins up. Mamere, I'm so happy I caught you doing live. Mamere, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate comments like this. I do get them often, but every time that I get something like this, it means a lot to me. YouTube also, like YouTube is an algorithm that, if I'm being honest with y'all, I don't fully understand. And I'm working on, learning how to post YouTube specific content. But the content that I'm posting on YouTube has reached, almost 200,000 people, and you're one of them. And it looks like it's helping. So if my content is helping, then that means a lot to me. So Mamere, I think there's a cat in here. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate your attention. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. My exercise equipment is at home. Oh, Kayla. Well, we can't do anything about that right now, so we gotta move on. Oh, your son's in second grade. Okay, all right. Oh, all right. So that's like me. I had a late birthday too. Happy belated birthday to him. Mine's November 23rd. Lupus and seizure disorder. Okay, Nicole. Well, Nicole, you're bouncing a lot. Give yourself some credit. The mama of a 22-year-old son with severe autism. He's my heart. Thank you for your content. Wendy, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it gets lonely sometimes being a parent of a, I was gonna say child. Well, still you're a child, but being a parent to someone who has autism or any type of other special need is very difficult, and it can be isolating. Just being a parent in general, like when you first become a parent and your other friends aren't parents, that's already lonely. So give yourself some credit. Small wins, small wins, small wins, small wins. Your son got another award. Another love of the show. Christina went to CrossFit day 8. Big win. Congratulations, Christina. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your book and content has helped me so much over the past few years. Thank you. I've been on this healing journey and just started intensive EMDR. Congratulations. And these are all the wins that you have to recognize, because sometimes you forget that you have wins. Like Emily's, saying thank you for the book. Sometimes I forget that I wrote a book, and that book is right here. That book is right here. And sometimes I forget that I wrote a book. I've written 2, but it's so easy to get caught up with whatever is not going right for us, as opposed to celebrating the wins. All right, so the second tip. Yeah, I said 3 tips. The second tip, utilize light therapy. So this is something that we actually do for people who are struggling with seasonal depression. You can use antidepressants, therapy as in CBT, DBT, all that stuff, can help. But light therapy. So I have a bright light shining. See if I can take a picture of this light. This to show y'all. Let me show y'all this light right here. Will the photo even take right? All right, so it looks weird, y'all, but see this right here? That's the light. It looks weird, but there's a big light that's shining on me. That's why I look bright. It's what? 5:57 p.m. in Los Angeles, so it is not sunny here right now. It is not sunny at all, but I have this big light that's shining on me, and it helps me make content late at night when, there's no sun, and I need the content to I need it to pop. But just having this, sometimes I'll keep the light on, like around now, because the light's bright. Light helps with mood. It keeps you energized, and when everything around you is dark, it's hard to. It kind of strips you of your energy, right? So this light here is more than just a content light. It's a light for my mood, honestly. Long hugs. Ooh, yeah. Long hugs. Hugs are key. Hugs are key. He will need, but there, but oh, that's what's up, Wendy. Can pass you. Substance use can cause a variety of mood disorders and thought disorders. History and I just okay. Therapeutic. Jeff, I appreciate you, my guy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, light therapy, and in places like Norway or Alaska or places where they don't have a lot of sunlight, for a large part of the year. Light therapy is huge. Sometimes people will get like a little lamp and just have the lamp illuminate the area. Because if you woke up every single day and you had like 4 hours of sunlight, there would be an uptick in depression wherever you live. We need sunlight. It's helpful. Katrina, also here in Los Angeles. Okay, the home team, newer subscriber. Well, I'm saying hello and welcome. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you for your attention. Charlotte, how are you? It's Kristen Weaver. How are you? How are you? Keita Strong. I appreciate you. I'm happy I could help. My therapist just told me to get a light. Well, look, Doris, your therapist told you to get a light, and you came on this live stream, and then randomly I just started talking about a light. So it may be time to get a light, a lamp or something that's going to illuminate your space. Yeah, it's helpful. Like when I turn this, actually, I need some water anyway. Let me go. Look at me out of water. Go do the dance. Let me get some water so I can live long enough to do the dance, and I'll hit the dance. But I'll hit the dance without the light, so y'all can see what things look like without the light. Just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. And I don't ever want to feel like I did that thing. But take me to the place I love. Take me all the way. Yeah. Hey. All right, so this is without the light right here. So yeah, it's a little bit darker. It's a little bit darker, but you can still pretty much see me for the most part. But with the light, you'll see a difference. Look at this light on. Light on. We have light. Okay. Hey. Charlotte, I'm also glad that you logged on Facebook as well. Just in time for me to do the dance for Kirsten. Living in the Midwest is too cold and too long. Oh, you have a therapy lamp. Yeah. It comes in clutch. We can call this light a therapy lamp too. My son likes the dark. And look, Wendy, I will say that sometimes the dark can be therapeutic for people. But him choosing to be in the darkness or to be where there's not a lot of light, I think it's more of a preference, like a sensory preference, which you see with a lot of people who have autism. But should he want to choose light, it'd be helpful if there was light around. So you have to go back and look. There's certain lights that are recommended. So I have to go back and look. But to make it easier for people, anything that illuminates the area, that makes the room significantly brighter, is key. And Bessie, what a name. This dance came from those LSU boys, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. When they first came into the NFL, it was like 5 years ago when TikTok started becoming popular. And then they score a touchdown and they do that. They do their dance, and I just I don't know a lot of dances, and I learned that one, so I just kept doing that one on my reels. Let me see. Kim, how are you? Kim, I think Kim is in Carolina. Glad to have you tonight. So light is key. Light is key. And this third one right here, this might be the hardest one, honestly. I think this is the hardest one for me, especially during this time of the year. Bestie, yeah. So shout out to those LSU boys for that dance. Let me see. Ever since oh, okay. Yeah, and the holidays can be a source of joy. I feel like sometimes when you get older, sometimes It doesn't feel the same way that it was when you were younger, but it can be a source of joy. The third thing, you want to keep your sleep-wake cycles consistent, meaning that the time that you go to sleep and the time that you wake up, if you can keep those as consistent as possible, that will boost your mental health. It will boost your mental health. It's very hard during this time of the year, especially when I go back home and I'm with my family. We're up late watching movies or playing video games. The cousins are over. And even if people aren't over, I'm looking for reasons to not go to bed. Or I get a call from somebody in California and then I'm in Georgia, but because it's 11 o'clock in California and it's 2 a.m. in Georgia, I'm staying up. It's very hard to keep your sleep-wake cycles consistent during this time of the year. So just keep that in mind. Even if you can't keep it consistent, as close as you can get it to some type of, regular pattern, that'll help you out. Hi, Shiesty. Hi, Shiesty. It says, I'm in graduate school for mental health and trying to figure out people. So people who have bipolar disorder experience something with seasonal upticks. So Heather, I do believe that with bipolar disorder, there's a seasonal uptick in either mania or depressive episodes. It depends. And the reason why I say that like mood episodes with bipolar can be linked to the time of the year is because you have to think about the things that cause mania. Stress can cause mania. Breakups can cause mania. A lot of traveling, anything that disrupts your sleep-wake cycles, the time that you go to sleep. How much sleep are you getting? All that can cause mania. And on top of that, things like grief can, induce a depressive episode. And depending on the type of bipolar disorder you have, a large majority of people will spend more time in depression than in mania. At least in my experience, I feel like people spend more time in depression than they do in mania. So when they're manic, they actually start to enjoy life now because we're not depressed anymore. We can get things done. But then now that you're getting things done, you're probably getting too many things done, and you're overspending, self-sabotage, and then there's this mountain of guilt and debt and broken relationships that you have to kind of patch up after the fact. So it can be very difficult. And if you have bipolar disorder and you know that during the latter part of the year you get sadder or you tend to become a bit more manic, then you can put a safety plan in place, which is what I recommend. You just know more about yourself. So okay, I need to avoid this. I need to do this. I need to do that. Zoe, be good. But yeah, there's a seasonal component to the mood episodes with bipolar disorder. I do believe that. Insomnia. Well, Nicole, similar, because anything that disrupts the amount of sleep that you're able to get will affect your mental health. This is the reason why I wear this Oura ring. So now I prioritize getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and I've been doing that, but I've been going to sleep late. So now we have to bring the time that I sleep up a bit earlier, but I am well rested. So that's half the battle won. Now just bring up the sleeping times, or at least for me. South Carolina, glad to be here. Zoe, be nice. I had a coworker say they were scared of me today because I have bipolar. Yeah, Emily, people confuse bipolar with a lot of different things. The general public doesn't know what bipolar is, so just keep that in mind. Being around, Shannon, Mickey Ficky, being around family during the holidays can trigger depression. I have a podcast. Our most recent episode, we spoke about this. It's called Neurodivergent Struggles, but we talk about being around family during the holidays. It can be very difficult. Because keep in mind, family, y'all linked together by blood and genetics, but a lot of times you don't have any similar interest to your family. So like y'all are related, but you see life one way, they see life another way. You live your life the way you live it. and they live their life the way they live it, it becomes very difficult. How do I pick the topics for lives? Annette, a good question. I look through analytics. I look at what people have been talking about. I look at what videos have been going viral. I keep in mind what time of the year are we in, and I try and pick something that's going to provide value to people. Make a video on. Okay, Cam. Okay. I'll look that over. Heather, no problem. Do not disturb on their phone. Would you? So Jeff, I don't think people can transform themselves into a different personality, but dissociative identity disorder, something that comes from trauma, and it's much more rare than people think. I think I've seen it like once, maybe like 10, 15 years ago in Mississippi, and even then, that case was questionable. I avoid my family. Respect. Chamomile, I appreciate that. Thank you. Neurospastic. Latasha says, I suffer more with mania than I do depression. And Latasha, there are people who suffer more with mania than depression. And normally when that's the case, the medications are a little bit different. Because certain meds are better at taking care of mania, and certain meds are better at taking care of depression. So I think it's just kind of like getting the meds right sort of thing. I feel like I experienced more time blindness during the winter months. Moments of essence. Yo, I feel like I experienced that too. But I have time blindness in general, so it's hard to tell. I have bipolar 2 autism with insomnia. I will stay in long depression for months on end. As soon as it ends, it's immediate mania. So, Nikki, that sounds like bipolar 2. Yeah, and it can be frustrating, with autism as well. It can be very frustrating, because sometimes being autistic can make you, isolate. Because you just need time to recharge, but then you're already depressed, so you're already kind of isolating. Very difficult. But when you're in that low, the key is to do your best to. If you're normally like this, if the low can be like this. If we could get the lows to where they're not too low, we can take that as a win. I quit going to family gatherings. Just family is stressful, y'all. Family is stressful. It's tough. It's stressful. Emily, I have a couple of videos about this, but I can if y'all want me to make more videos about what autism looks like in women, I will do that. Let me know, and then we will add that to the list. Julie, I appreciate you. Does drinking? I find that drinking fixes your anxiety in the short term. It gets rid of your anxiety, fairly quickly. But long term, it makes your anxiety worse. Are you an INFJ? I don't know. I'm just. I don't even know. I'm just a person. I'm just chilling. I don't know what the INFJ means. Nikki, it's hard to it's hard to find a doctor, but I hope that with the rise of telepsychiatry, people can get more access to providers. It's something that I'm actively working on. Heather says yes for more info on autism in women. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, yeah. More videos. We give the people what they want. Autism in women. Okay. We give the people what they want. 16%. Autism and I did have some videos about that, and I talked about how with autism, a lot of the aggression comes from The majority of the aggression comes from an inability to express themselves, and agitation is the highest form of anxiety. So helping, a loved one with autism express their needs would reduce the aggression, and also medications can be helpful. But when I spoke about medications for autism, I got an interesting reaction, but it does not change the answer because some antipsychotics have been very helpful for a lot of my autistic patients. So, autism in women, all right. Autism and ADHD in women. Okay. I don't know if I have autism and ADHD in women together. It'd be a good series. Okay. Yes, please. All right. Well, say less. Say less. And Felisa, no problem. Anytime. Say less. Autism women, autism and ADHD women. We'll get those popping. Okay. Genocide, that's for genetic testing. I think that's what you're saying, right? Chamomile, I understand this. And look, the thing with family is you're not gonna at this point you're not gonna change your family. You know that, right? So why are you stressing yourself? I'm bipolar. I'll be doing anything. Well, at least you're aware, so we can make sure that we stay safe. And ADHD is a wild ride. Well, all right, say less, then I will let my assistant know tomorrow. We will be doing that, and then continue. I got a series called Early Signs of Mania. I got to continue that as well. And man, I wish I could show you all the note cards here. I got some neat note cards. But yeah, I'll put this aside. We'll get that going. We'll get that going. No problem. ADHD, hadn't heard that before. Well, now you're about to hear it. Nikki, I know a good friend of mine, Dr. Sasha Hamdani. She's a psychiatrist in Kansas City, actually. I think she should still be practicing. But yeah, and she also posts content about ADHD online. She has over like 1 million followers combined. I should think. I should think. But she's really good, really, really good. Doc, drop her name here so you can see it. I don't know if she's taking patients, but check out Dr. Sasha Hamdani. Not me losing my stuff. It's right here. Yeah. Katrina, you got it. Psychiatrist in Kansas City, Missouri. I think she's on the Missouri. I think she's on the Missouri side of Kansas City. Kansas City is weird. Like half of Kansas City is in Kansas, and then Kansas City is also Missouri. I don't know why y'all have to be so complicated. Y'all could just put Kansas City in Kansas, so that way we would know. Whatever. Yeah, I am a Christian. I don't read my Bible enough, but I do read the Bible. Yeah. So Katrina, she has an app called Focus Genie. Yep. Let me read a couple things before I have to get off. Lori, that's why light is so important. All right. So to recap, let me drop the 3 tips in here, and then I do have to dip out. And then I appreciate that. I try my best to make it like conversational and easy. I don't want like mental health talk to feel like, I mean, in school I used to have to listen to like lectures and stuff. I'm like, man, this is boring. Boring. So I try and talk online like how I talk in real life, just without the cuss words and things like that. I appreciate you. And this live stream is every week, but I am working with, I know y'all know on TikTok, but I'm working with TikTok to get this multi-guest stream on and pick a time and be consistent with that. But this month has been crazy because this month I'm catching up on meetings that I postponed all year. There's people here in LA that I should have got up with. I haven't seen them in months because we're all traveling, blah, blah. So this is like a catch-up month for me, but I will normalize my live stream times, whether it's here, whether it's on TikTok. When I'm on Facebook specifically, the platform prefers for me to have it vertical on the phone, straight to Facebook. But then my YouTube people won't get the live stream. I don't want to leave my YouTube community out, So I'm looking for the most consistent and concise way to get to all of my people. Maybe Twitch, maybe get Twitch popping and like redirect everybody to Twitch. But like I want to talk to y'all every single day. I'm starting to almost like streaming more than content. I'm not sure. I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to do. No. Time blindness. Yeah. No. Real shit. For real. No, I am a therapist, actually. Cassandra, I love these stream talks as well. How to help children. Okay. Yeah, and a lot of people don't have TikTok too. Yeah, that's the thing. And people are hesitant to download it because whatever. Okay, all right. I'll come up with a plan to. And I'm 32. I'm 32. Nicole, no, I have an assistant. I have like 3. It's just a matter of doing what they say. I'm hard-headed. I'm stubborn. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm stubborn. ADHD. Felisa, they could be helpful, but I don't want to co-sign any ADHD app. I don't want to co-sign any app. Like I want to be careful with whatever I put my name on. For brand purposes, and I want to make sure that I believe in a certain thing before I attach myself to it. So I Felisa, I can't say. I really can't say. If it is everything. It's funny. Okay, 6:21. All right, damn it. All right, yeah, I gotta get going. I have a meeting in 90 minutes, and I gotta sneak a workout in, so I gotta go. A fourth assistant. BZKI Bugaboo. So we have I know we've frozen hiring for the rest of the year, but the year is almost over. And I mean, I am looking for. I could use some. Oh, Juliana, I could use some help. Send an email to assistant@kojosarfo.com and just let me know what you do. I can't guarantee anything, and we have a lot of emails, but yeah, just send an email. Send an email. So, all right, y'all, I gotta head out of here. I love y'all. I will see y'all on this live stream. Oh, assistant at my first name and my last name.com. Assistant@kojosarfo. It's KOJOSARF as in Frank O.com. And yeah. And Kimia, I'd love to be on here every day too. But yeah. All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here. Love y'all. See y'all next week at a minimum. So until then, peace.